So this is for my If You Could Change the Nation project. So one of the biggest issues that's been on since the start of this country and since it was just the colonies, is equal rights. This country was, and like as the country was developed and the Constitution was brought and we declared independence from Britain, the country was built for straight white men. It was barely built for women. It was certainly not built for anybody of the LGBT community. And it was 100% definitely not built for anybody of any colored community, specifically the African American community. Yeah, it's been a problem since day one, and then nothing about this country was made for all people. It was mostly made for straight white men. Changing the issue of equal rights and making sure everything is equal and not like what we would have to do is like really fix the entire, like we'd have to rebuild from the ground up. We would have to rewrite the Constitution basically. And I get that everything is never going to be 100% equal because everybody does have opinions. But my opinion is that some opinions are wrong. But they believe what they believe. So, like, how I would fix, I would go around and I would talk to the senator. I would try to talk to people in Congress. And I would just talk to people around the community, people who can talk to people or higher, like try and send an email to like Calvin Ball, for instance, and yeah, just getting your opinion and voice out as much as I could, that's what I would do. So I interviewed both my parents. So this is coming from the perspective of first my dad, who is a male in the teaching profession. He has faced discrimination because he's been overlooked for jobs because he is a white male in a teaching profession which is dominated by women. And currently it's that everybody wants a minority to be like the top of everything. Well, my dad has no like bias towards anybody. He's been teaching for over 20 years and he has 2 master's degrees and has literally been passed up for a job that he's more qualified for because he's a white male. Which like brings back to the issue, just because one type of people is considered like not the minority in ways that they can be minorities, like in my dad's case. And then my mom talked a lot about, so she is a woman in the electrical industry. She is the communications manager for her branch. So she talks a lot about how she has been called sir because her name is Randy and it's mostly used by males. And that she's been called sweetie and honey and it's not right. So I'll let you hear them. What are your views on equal rights?
Well, I believe that everybody has freedom to believe and practice what they want, whether that be religion or gender identity or sexual orientation. And I believe that everybody should have an equal opportunity to participate in government and to participate in the workforce, and everybody should have an equal opportunity to advance within their careers. Period.
What?
And then,
Period.
well, I'm like, she's going to have to cut that off.
No, I'm not going to cut any of it off.
Why?
What are your experiences with the different problems about current equal rights?
Well, this country has a long history of suppressing minorities and women in particular. And personally, on an individual level, I've also seen where promotions or advancement have not always gone to those who are more credentialed or experienced.
I think he's
Period.
done.
So what are your opinions on equal rights, and have you ever faced any discrimination because you are a minority? This is my mother, of any sort.
The answer is yes. I have faced discrimination because I'm a woman in a male-dominated industry. And because of that, I have been called sweetie, I've been called honey by customers and suppliers, and I am neither their honey or sweetie, to answer that question. And how I've been able to overcome that is to become really intelligent,
And their boss.
and well schooled on the products and applications that I sell into, and I got a certification called my RCDD, so that I have some schooling and knowledge and a certification, so when I walk in the door, I can overcome being called sweetie and be looked at more of somebody's equal. What was your other question?
What are your views on like equal rights? What are your opinions?
I believe that the best person should be selected for the job. I don't believe in looking at any demographics or looking at making any goals. I think purely straight out, it should be who is the best candidate for the assignment, and that should make a decision. I do believe people should be celebrated on their own merit. However, I also believe that in certain instances, there are qualifications depending on the job that require different types of physical nature. And because of that, I believe that the best person for the job should reign out. So it really is all predicated on what we're trying to fill, and what people are looking to do. And it should be on a case-by-case basis that decisions are made, and not these generalities or these carte blanche decisions that may help some people and displace others.
But I was thinking as such as women or man, sexual preference, gender orientation, ethnicity, or religious beliefs.
I believe the best person for the position should get that.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Mom.